Good morning. Good morning. Oops, on my foot. The fuck did I just step on? What the heck that was? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Apologies, windows. So you guys, I cannot sleep. I called for a state fair hearing for New York City DHS. If you know if you've been in tune with my content and watching, then you will know that I'm in a New York City homeless shelter with my children. I relocated back home here to New York City. This is where I'm from. I've been found ineligible at the Path Intake Shelter location in the Bronx already 2 times. And they keep saying I don't understand how they keep saying I'm not. What did they say? They said I'm not cooperating. But how can y'all send me something saying I'm not cooperating, but in the same time y'all have my documents? And I just got an email last night from them with my whole, with the whole investigation. And if y'all didn't get my documents and I'm not cooperating, then how do y'all keep using that as a reason when y'all sent me your own evidence and it shows that I'm sending my documents? So, hey guys, it's your girl Taquana Sinead. Sorry about that. I just jumped right into it. I'm trying not to be so loud, but I'm a loud talker naturally. I'm in a New York City homeless shelter, and I had to call for a state fair hearing. The fair hearing is today. I'm supposed to be at work today, so this is stopping my money. So not only does it all not make sense, every time I have to take care of this stuff, it's stopping my money at the moment because I have to have my job move things around and change things around. Thank God they're so helpful and they're willing to work with me, but it's just been a lot. So I'm just a little nervous. I can't sleep because I'll be getting this call between 9 and 1 today, and I really need to be put because the judge is the only person that can override what, you know, PATH's decision. And PATH is the New York City intake location for the homeless shelters. So I'm just going to explain everything to the judge. And I got up. The first thing I did was pray because prayer helps. And I pretty much left it in God's hands. And I know one thing, God don't play about me and my children. And, you know, it's just a lot. Just sitting here looking out the window. This is what's going on outside the window right now. I'm just looking out the window. People, working, either going home from work or heading to work or already working. So, it's early if the crossing guard ain't even on that corner yet. But it's just been a lot, you guys. I know I'm strong. I know everything's gonna work out. But nevertheless, I'm only human like the rest of you, and I'm not a robot, so it does affect you a little bit. And all you can really do is just try to be positive. Side note, if you guys are here for the first time, make sure you go ahead on and support your girl. I'm trying to become a part of the YouTube partnership program, and I can't do it without you guys' help. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share my videos. But yeah, it's just been a lot. It's really just been a lot. And I'm really just tired of them playing with my money, and they just need to figure this out. Because my thing is if I had somewhere else to be, I surely would not be putting myself through this. So yeah, we're just trying to figure this out and get this taken care of. Good morning, Tasty Peanut. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank y'all for showing me love. This is a positive place, so if you're not positive and you on BS, you might as well just go ahead on and exit. We don't want the negativity over here. Good morning, low life. Good morning, Duran the coach. Yeah, some of y'all just be weird. Just be saying weird stuff. And yeah, y'all just be, it's too early to be weird, and you gonna mess around and go ahead on and see, he's still working on me, because listen, I'd have let you have it already by now. Like I said, if you're not here to show support and you on something else, you could just go ahead and go about your business. For real, for real. Good morning, Alessa Lopez. Same here. I live in the United States as well. I live in New York City. New York in the house. Don't play with us. Okay? Do not. But yeah, it's just a lot right now. I'm just trying to get it all figured out. I got a call from my case manager here a couple hours after I seen him, but it was right before he left at 5 p.m. last night, and he was just telling me that he wasn't able to send out my documents, and I have a 10 a.m. appointment today. It's just a lot. Right? So I'm hoping that he can get sanitation truck, y'all. Sorry. I'm hoping that he can, when he comes in at 9, that he'll be able to send those documents off before the 10 a.m. appointment, so at least that they can see that I sent it, because they usually send you 2 appointments from PATH, and I will not be able to make that one today, but at least they'll have my documents. So yeah, if they have my documents, that'll be good, because I could just make the second appointment, which is on Friday, and again, which would have been another day I have to work. So it's just a lot. It's costing me money. Like I said, I'm the only adult in my household, and shit real. It's really real. It's nighttime where you're at, Alyssa Lopez? Alyssa. It's nighttime. Where you from? Let me know in the comment section where you guys are tuning in from. But where you at, girl? It's nighttime. It's not nighttime here no more. I'm in New York City. It's 6:11 a.m. So it's really early in the morning. Ghost Call of Duty. Hi, hello. How are you? Make sure y'all hitting that thumbs up. And make sure y'all hitting that thumbs up, that subscribe button. Support your girl, because it literally just takes 2 seconds. I'm on my way to becoming monetized. I know it will happen, but I also don't know when it's gonna happen. But I definitely know I need you guys' support. I'm just here at my New York City shelter. It's like it's an apartment, and it's not just a shelter. It has they have regular tenants, whatever the case may be. It's really nice. It's clean where I'm at. So yeah, I haven't had to deal with bugs, mice, anything like that, because Lord knows I wouldn't have been able to stay. I don't live like that on the normal, and I'm not about to live like that in nobody's shelter. So thank God for that. Me and my children don't have to be dealing with that, because there are so many families that do deal with that. And we can cook here. We have a regular side. Everything's ours. We share nothing. Everyone has their own beds, their own space. I would say it's set up like a large one-bedroom apartment. So you have a full kitchen, you have your table set and everything. You have your full-size bathroom, regular bathroom. It's a pretty nice size too, because I've had bathrooms that were really, really, really large, and I've had bathrooms that was half the size it is. So it's a pretty nice setup and a very convenient location. So, but when it comes to work, it's not convenient for me because I do not work in the same borough that I am placed at. And so, and neither does my children go to the same school in the same borough. So it's just a lot of challenges, and it's affecting my household by me being all the way where I'm at, but I've just been trying to make it work. Just trying to make it work, because the hardest part is becoming eligible, and I've sent over all my documents. My documents are from the court where I relocated from in that town. So I don't know how they keep saying I'm not cooperating, but at the same time send me a printout of the investigation and all my documents y'all received. It just doesn't make sense. So I call for a fair hearing, because I'm not gonna keep losing money. Y'all, they playing with my money, and it's just a lot. But your girl's strong, y'all. Your girl's strong. I've been up for a little bit already. Yes, it's daytime in New York. It is 6:14 a.m. now. We've been live for coming up on 14 minutes. So I just wanted to get up here, let y'all see my face, share a little bit of an update. I had started recording some clips yesterday to put a video together for you guys. Basically, and it was like me, like I was about to leave out and go downstairs and speak to my case manager or whatnot. And then I was gonna do tacos yesterday, but it don't have to necessarily just be Taco Tuesday. It could be Taco Wednesday, Taco Sunday. It could be whatever, So I didn't have a chance to finish everything else because I was trying to get things situated for today. I'm new here. I'm a new small content creative. This is your first time here. I'm not sure how you can super chat 100. I don't. Ooh, forgive me. I'm not even sure how that goes, but I have all my information in the description box here on my channel, which I have my Cash App card linked, and that card is linked to another one of my other cards. So if you want to support, feel free. If you want to support, I'm not gonna lie. I've already lost about $1,000 just for missing these past few shifts, and it's crazy because it's like I can't be in all these different places at once, and I'm doing my best to continue to be strong. I'm fighting back tears right now. Just, and the tears are not of me being weak, because I'm a very strong woman, but it's tears of frustration, tears of being tired, tears of a mom carrying all the weight. Whew. A single mom carrying all the weight on her shoulders. But it's all right. I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be all right, you guys. Thank you for subscribing to Alyssa Lopez. I really appreciate it. That's how you guys can also support me. You guys can support me by subscribing to my channel, running that content up, watching everything in its entirety, and sharing. Monetarily, I would never want to ask you guys to do that, but if it's on your heart and if you feel like it's something that you want to do, I also have my Cash App is linked on my YouTube channel in the description box. Thank you, Ghost Call of Duty. Yeah, I'm a crybaby. I cry. I let it out, but I also hold a lot in too. It has not been easy. Things have not been going as planned, but sometimes that's the way life happens. And then also the anniversary of my son's near fatal car accident that he had last year at the age of 15 will be in July. So mentally, I haven't really healed from that. It's just a lot, but I'll be okay. I was not trying to be crying, y'all. I don't know where that just came from. It's just sometimes, just always having to be strong, and a lot of things I have not been able to really process fully. But my baby, he sustained a traumatic brain injury, and that's like one of the main things that I really haven't healed from, because life has just been go, 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 unfortunately. And I know you have to take care of self. It's just a lot. And this is like a lot for me to really just put my feelings out there, raw and uncut, because so many people are going through so much worse. So many people have way more worse things going on. And so sometimes, you feel bad for feeling bad about what you're going through, because a lot of people have it way worse than you. But at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean that, what you're going through doesn't matter. But it's just a lot. It's really a lot. It really is. It's not easy. It's really not easy. Right before I came up here, I prayed. And I just left it all in God's hands. I do know I possibly need to just, when things slow down a bit and start falling into place more, I do want to look into like therapy, counseling or something. Because there's a lot of trauma I have that's just kind of like band-aided. Um, and sometimes you find yourself thinking or asking God, like, why me? But I also know that God only gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And I know that he chose me for this fight. Same way he chose my son, because when my son had the accident last year, July, at the age of 15, it was four people in the car. It was him, another one of his 15-year-old friends. My son was a backseat passenger. And then there was two 18-year-olds. So the driver was 18, and the other young man, his brother, I believe, was 18 as well. And so everybody else pretty much was unscathed. From my understanding, is what I was told by the police when they did the investigation. My son is the only one that he was the only one that sustained, near fatal injuries. Actually, I was told that no, everybody else opted to not go to the hospital because, if you don't feel like you're really hurt, you're not going to want to go to the hospital. But my son laid up in the hospital for 2 weeks. He has a scar. He had a whole reconstruction team. They had him in ICU for adults because he's a big young man. So pediatrics wanted did my baby no justice because he's big. He's even bigger than me. His They had to open him up from here all the way down here, all the way across his head to the other side, and they had to, you know, do the reconstruction for that. And because the young man was young himself, he really didn't have much of an insurance policy. He had one, but it wasn't a lot. I'm still going back and forth with court with that. Well, his lawyers are. It's just a lot. It really is a lot, and I don't really think he understands how much it affects me. Even when I don't speak on it, when I'm sleeping, sometimes I wake up, sometimes I just have flashbacks of that day, of getting that call, of having to leave my children, because I had nobody else in the house with my children at the time, so the police, it was so bad, like I had to rush out and I had to leave my children at my house with the police because they needed me to get there to the first hospital because my son was airlifted out of the area with a medical team to another hospital. That hospital, those doctors, and God, and my family's prayers ultimately, and my son's strength ultimately saved my son's life. But he's a typical teenage boy, and I just said another prayer for him as well. I pray for you all. I pray for everybody. I don't just pray for myself. I pray for the world. Sometimes you get so tired of having to be so strong and not really having an outlet, because a lot of times when you're a black woman or a black man, people expect that you're supposed to be strong, but we hurt too. And everybody wears their hurt different. Everybody carries their traumas differently. And I just want things to settle down a little bit so I can be able to give myself the therapy and the counseling that I know I need, not only just for that situation, but for just so many other things that I've gone through in life that I really haven't healed from. Hi, Nur Udden. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Like I said a few moments ago, if it's on your heart and it's what you want to do, you can support by, you can check out my description over here, the description section here on my YouTube channel, and I have my Cash App linked. You can also support by just liking my videos, sharing, watching them in its entirety, commenting, and just being supportive. And don't forget, you guys, also turn on your notification bells so you'll never miss an upload. That's ultimately how you guys can support. It really is just a lot. I woke up and my spirit just, I mean, I felt okay, but it was just like so many things. I have this, I have like, then the 1 year anniversary for my son is coming up. It's just a lot. I don't even really think my own family truly understands and gets how strong I am and how much I really go through. Because I've never had a housing voucher. I've never, had really like real housing help as far as like Section 8 or anything like that. So it's hard. And my oldest is 16, and I've been doing it by myself. There's times when I don't get food stamps. There's times in the past where I didn't get food stamps because I was told I made too much money. So the times I am able to get it, because my job or something changed, if the income changed, I'm very grateful for those times because it's hard. It's hard for everybody. I pray for you all. I appreciate you all. I thank you all for being there for me, even just listening. This helps. Tuning in helps. Allowing me to get this off my chest, that helps. I see I have 4 of you guys in here and I have 4 likes. I appreciate every last one of you. I just want to try to be able to get monetized so that way, I could keep the content going and, I can make a little money that way, because if you don't know, I am a caregiver. I'm a, I'm a travel CNA, and I also do local work, meaning like I do agency work, or I work in-house for facilities. So right now I'm with my agency. Well, I'm with a few agencies, but I'm actively with one of my agencies right now, and I've been with them for 3 years. So they've been very understanding. I've worked with them before I relocated back here to New York City. But a job is only going to be understanding for but so long. And my biggest fear is to lose my job, especially being in a homeless shelter. You need your job in order to get up out of here. And so I'm just trying to keep positive. I'm trying just to remain strong because it's definitely not easy. It's not easy at all. But I just somehow always try to find that inner strength because I know my children, they're relying on me to keep everything straight. I'm not perfect. I'm just me. I'm just a mama trying to make a way and do okay for her children. I want to do great. I want to hopefully not need the system. And excuse me, I know I've done a lot of things. Like, I know I'm very strong. I've been through a lot, you guys. Like, a lot. Where I only had myself to rely on and my strength. One thing you usually, one thing parents hope for is that their children just grow up and never make the mistakes they've made and just do better. And I pray that all my children do good in life and make good decisions. But I understand that we're all human. And I know that you can raise your children with all the manners, respect, everything. But essentially, they're their own person. They're their own person. So, you know, you just pray that everything you taught them will, they'll keep and use to make good decisions, wise decisions, and to have good judgment. I'm sorry I was crying, you guys. It just came on out. I noticed that too. Like a lot of the times I'll come up here and I'll be speaking about something else and then like it's my son's accident will just somehow just find its way to like come out. I never want to face a situation like that ever again. And I've lost one of my parents. My father is deceased. He's no longer here with us, and he passed. I want to say right before my 18th birthday, which was right before I had my son. A few months before I had my son, actually. So he's been gone for some time now, and also that's really triggering for me as well because every time I have to go back to the PATH intake location in the Bronx, it's not too far from the hospital where my father died at. And I remember getting that call and having to rush up to that hospital. Um, it's just a lot of unresolved trauma. But the good thing is that I recognize I have it, and I know once things get settled, I do want to go and speak to someone, a counselor of some sort, and do therapy because you have to let it out. Your mental health, mental health, mental health, mental health. You have to take care of your mental health, guys. I'm definitely with that, supporting people taking care of their mental health because I know I've been through some things. Um, then my career, I've seen a lot of death. Um, some of them very gruesome. I watch people take their last breath. Um, for my caregivers out there, my nurses, my CNAs, everybody, the doctors, everybody y'all will know it's hard. And then you have to go home and turn it off. And for me, when I go home, I have to turn it off, but then I'm straight into mommy mode and a single mom at that. So it's a lot. It can be overwhelming. But this is why I started my channel, because I just wanted to have an outlet while trying to, be a little motivational to you guys, but it also helps me to keep myself motivated as well. And you guys don't understand that this helps me probably more than it helps you guys. I want y'all to go take a look at some of my content and see some of the things you guys want to go look and take a look at my content and tell me what are some of the things you want me to, do more. I do like sometimes like y'all be seeing me eating. Every now and again, from time to time, if I have a little extra money, I'll scratch some lottery tickets. Some years just that I come up here, I talk to you guys on live. I make little shorts with my children. I basically haven't niched down because I'm a Sagittarius, so we like just doing different things, trying different things, and I just do what comes to my mind. Or my kids have an idea, they be like, "Oh, mom, we want you to do this, or we want you to do that." I'll do it. Like I have one of my shorts. One of my shorts is like a cookie short, but it's my daughter True, my 3-year-old. She did the voiceover because she wanted to come up here and say good morning to YouTube, and her little self know how to get to like the different filters and whatnot that they got up there on YouTube. And so she was like, she came across the cookie and she was like, "Oh, I want to be the cookie." So, and that's how that short came about. So yeah, I just really do whatever comes to mind, but I want to engage with you guys and have you guys let me know what are some of the things that you want to see more of. And if you know, I'm a big back. I be eating. If one thing we gonna do, me and my kids gonna eat, honey. Okay, we gonna eat. All right. So, and who doesn't like food, right? That's like one of the like food and eating is like a universal language to everybody. It's like it's who doesn't like food gathers people together. Food makes people feel so good. I know it make me feel good. I be happy eating. My leg get foot get the tapping. I be singing songs and doing dances. You know the food good when you bust a move. You know the food is good when you bust a move. I'm telling you. But I just wanted to come up here and let you guys know if you're going through something, continue to push and press forward. Keep your foot on necks because that's what we do. We keep foot and feet to necks, okay? That's what we do. It's okay to cry it out. I ain't want to really be up here too ugly crying. But yeah, you have to let it out sometimes. I hold a lot in, so that's why it just comes out sometimes. Like literally, I remember that like there's times when I'm at work and I'll be having a great day, could have been having a great day all day, and then just out of nowhere, what the tears would just come down, pouring down. And I have to like get off the unit and just go say a prayer, and just release it, clean myself up and go back. People don't know what I'm going through for the most part unless I say something. And because I wear it so well. And I'm a mom, so if you're a mom or a parent, you know, or caregiver, then you know that like you live for yourself second when sometimes well, when the most part you should be living for yourself first, because if you're not good, how you gonna be good to anybody else? And so I just found myself praying a little more, a lot more, and doing my best to remain positive. I'm definitely not a weak person. I'm telling y'all, that's where my baby got his strength from. That's where my kids get their strength from. They get it from their mama. I'm telling you, they definitely get it from their mom. Okay? And if y'all was to see my son, y'all would be like, oh my God, y'all look just alike. He's way bigger than me too. He's way taller than me. He's a big young man. Big young man. He is a big young man. My daughter Azari, her ninth birthday will be next month, July 5th. Is so then now I'm stressing about that. Well, trying not to, because I'm like, her birthday's coming, they got me missing money, we're already in a shelter, I want to be able to do something with my kids, I want to, and it ain't got to be all extravagant. I just want to be able to do something and not have to be in here all day, like, because I wasn't able to make the money because DHS keep having me go back and forth the path, and that's in a whole nother borough than where I'm at as it is. So it's just a lot, but I know I'll be okay. And anybody that's here supporting, no matter how you chose to support, I appreciate you and I thank you. I really do. I want to tell you guys a little story. So, a couple of years ago, this was at the height of the pandemic. Um, I was staying with my sister temporarily at the time because I had just moved from my apartment and I was trying to get a bigger place. And so I was over with at my sister's house for a few weeks, and no one knew. Excuse me, no one knew I was staying there. So I wasn't using her address or anything like that. Um, and what had happened was after, I think it was like I was moving out or something, and she checked the mail, and I had a card, and still to this day I don't know who it was from. I had a card with money in it, and it said something like, I just want to let you know that you're an awesome mom. It said, I want to let you know that you're such an awesome mom. I see you, and you're going to continue to do amazing things. And still to this day, I do not know where that card came from. No one knew I was at my sister's house. I couldn't make out the handwriting. I get that a lot because over the years I remember I worked at Macy's one time, and these two people just came up to me and they was like, I'm not sure why I'm here, but God called me to come here, and he called me to you. And they were really young. Young. Okay, so it was a young woman and a young man. I think they were Caucasian. And I'm just working. I'm at Macy's. I'm doing my thing, looking cute. Macy's, you gotta have the cute, come looking nice and professional. So I'm working my section, and they just came out. I remember seeing them walk into the store, and they came directly over here to me and said that they weren't supposed to be at Macy's, but that God called them over to me. And they were really nice and pleasant and sweet, and just kept encouraging me to keep being positive and to keep moving forward, and that God sees me and he hears. I get random things that happen like that to me all the time, like all the time. And I know I'm very blessed. I know I'm covered. I know my children are covered. Um, I always knew it, but what really confirmed that a lot for me as well was not only just the things that he has always brought me through in life, but the situation with my son. Um, I broke down bad at the first hospital. Ooh, I got goosebumps. I broke down bad at that first hospital, but I had to tell myself I had to get it together um, for my son. No parent never wants to get that call. No parent never wants to be in that situation. But again, God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. So, and shockingly, so I'm on my way to the hospital, and because he was airlifted from the first to the second, and I'm being bombarded with calls from my family. I have family on their way from out of town. I just keep having all these different doctors call me from, different teams and the reconstruction and just everybody. And he's a minor. He was a minor. He was only 15, and just having to make so many decisions, and they couldn't wait for me to get there. He was airlifted, and we were driving there, so it took me some time to get over there, and just having to make all of those decisions without thinking. I vividly remember just telling them, whatever you have to do to save my son's life, you do. My firstborn. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Alessa Lopez. I appreciate it. You guys just continue to pray for me. I need to be able to really haven't been able to process a lot of this and really work through it. It's really still raw and fresh. But like I said earlier, we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary, and it's really just a lot. And having this outlet, thank you so much, Alessa Lopez, for praying for me and my family, because we definitely need it. We definitely need it. I definitely need it. Um, yeah. But like I was saying earlier, because I find myself jumping all over, but it was four of them in a vehicle, and I feel like God chose my son to be the one to go through it, because everybody else was good, and he was the only one that was severely injured. He sustained a traumatic brain injury, and I remember being over his bedside with him, and I remember just because I broke down bad at that first hospital. So when I got to that second hospital, I just remember thinking to myself this same thought: God chose my son to be the one to go through this, to be the strong one, because he knew he would pull through. And as much as it hurts, I'm so very grateful because nobody lost their life. Um, and my son ultimately pulled through. I stayed his entire stay. He did really good. They, had to sedate him. He was alert when everything happened. He was speaking with them. This is what I was getting from the police. Um, from my understanding, there was no drugs or anything like that involved. My son was a backseat passenger, but he also did not have on a seatbelt. Life is so crazy because you can be here 1 minute and everything can be fine, and then the next minute, everything, your world just seems like it's just shattering, and I'll never be able to get it out of my head. Like the scream that my mom let out over the phone, I just remember her saying, "What do you mean he's in critical condition?" But she was just like, she was screaming. And my mom is a really strong woman. That's a woman that I never really see cry. My mom's a Leo, really tough as nails, strong woman, very sweet, strong woman. And when she responded that way, it kind of like sent me into a panic. I remember getting to that first hospital, you guys, and I just was like, I the cops took me over because they couldn't wait. So they had officers at my house with my other children. It's a family got to sit with my girls. And so I'm on my way being escorted by the police to the hospital, and my mind was just so gone. I tried to jump out the car, and if the police have to let you out the car. I'm over there trying to get out the car. I had to cause that's how quick I was trying to jump out the vehicle. And once he opened that door, I just dashed through the doors, and I just remember falling to my knees because I just remember everything was so surreal in slow motion. I just remember the office, the hospital personnel, doctors, everybody just standing around. So in my head, I'm thinking like, what are they about to tell me? So I just remember falling to my knees in front of a bunch of chairs. And because I was at the same time trying to mentally prepare for what these people were about to tell me, because you get a call, your son is in critical condition, and he was in a near fatal car accident. So when I got there, I'm human, I'm a mom, I automatically thought the worst because of the information I was provided, and it was really bad, and all his clothes was bloody. Like I just remember getting up, they helped me up back from my knees, and they like took me to the back. I think we got on the elevator or something, and they took me to like a little meeting room first. And I just remember thinking like, I need to see my son. Where's my son? But I guess the helicopter was already there because he had to be airlifted out to another hospital where he could get better care. And I'm forever grateful for that. But while in that room, I just remember thinking to myself I had to tell myself, like, And now this is the caregiver in me and the mama. I'm like, you gotta get it together, girl. Like, you have to get it together. Whatever you're about to see, you've seen really bad things in your career, but it was so much like an out of body experience because it's like when it happens to you and it affects your family, it's just like so different. It's so different. But they eventually, I guess, like they were trying to prep him. You know, the medical team was in there trying to get him ready because they had to get him rushed out. And I just remember going, and before we crossed the threshold to go to the room, I just remember telling myself, like, you have to leave this at the door. You have to be strong. Your son needs you. And you cannot do all of this over him because he was alert when he got to the hospital. So I know he was just sedated, but being sedated don't mean that somebody still can't hear what's going on around him. They had to sedate him because he started vomiting. It was a head injury. My perfect baby, firstborn. That's what I thought. But anyways, we get in there and he's all wrapped up and I just remember seeing all his bloody clothes. They had all his bloody clothes, you know how they do. They put your things in your bag and everything was bloody and they had to cut everything off of him and bear with me, guys. It was just a lot. But they got him airlifted out. My family was on their way up from out of town. My mom, one of my aunts was already locally in the same town. She was already locally in the same town as me. I wound up going on my own to the next hospital. I wound up going, and I just remember some of my family couldn't even like keep it together. And how ironic as it is, that same hospital, I already had signed the contract to start working in, so I was about to start working in that same hospital. And so fast forward after this, like I'm just giving you guys some of my thoughts. I know it's a little bit all over the place, but just tell you how God works in mysterious ways. That same hospital, I already had just signed a contract to start working in because, like I said, I do travel work as well as a CNA. And I'll never forget, my baby was on the ninth floor, and I worked all over that hospital. And every time I would have to work, I would either have to work I would have to work on that side of the building and get on that same elevator and past the same reception desk. It was like reliving it all over again. Um, this was literally right after the accident. One night I remember I had a patient, and he was about the same age as my son. He was a black male, and he was in an accident as well. But he wasn't as fortunate as my son. He can no longer use the bathroom on his own. One of his legs was amputated. And I don't know how to say this part without, I don't mean to sound insensitive or anything else, but I don't know how else to say it, but like, one side of his head was missing. And my son was fortunate to be here. And I would have to sit with that patient, and this was right after. And sometimes I would just cry, silently though, to myself. Didn't want to disturb him. He was alert. He just couldn't speak. He couldn't speak anymore. And he was a young kid himself. So that was another out-of-body experience, and that showed me how fortunate my family was, because this young man, unfortunately, wasn't as fortunate. I shared this same story with my son. I know he's a kid, and I'm just praying that he'll eventually see really how fortunate he was. I'm not going to say he doesn't see it, but he also is not the type to really express a lot. What's your problem?
She threw this at
All right,
me.
but why? What are y'all need to chill out. Good morning. Good morning. Chill out. But yeah, there go me having to be a parent again. But this is what happens when you're a parent. Sometimes you get interrupted. You can't finish your thoughts, and you know, I'm glad I was able to let some of this out, because I had uploaded a video. I've only been doing this, being a small creator, since January 4th of this year. And I made a little video. I really didn't get too much into detail, but it helps every time I can talk about it, because I share a little more and a little more. I'm just praying that everything will go good today. My state fair hearing, because I'm tired of not being found eligible when I've given them all my documents, and my documents are court documents, and it's taking a toll on my family financially, because if I'm not able to go to work, because I have to keep moving my shifts back and changing things around, you know, they're not replacing this money that I'm losing out on. But I also know that I have to see this through, because I need that help. So I know this live was a lot all over, but I thank you guys for allowing me to release this, and us being able to be a community. Thank you to everyone. If you're a new subscriber, new supporter, I want to say thank you. Run it up. Go run through all my videos, my shorts, my posts. Go run it up. All of that helps. And like I said, I had a few comments asking how can you help. My information is in my description link here on YouTube, on my channel, which is I have my Cash App, and that's also linked to another one of my cards. I know everybody's going through a lot. I will never get up here and just ask you guys for anything, but if it's on your heart, feel free to do so. But the ultimate way you guys can help me is just by supporting me here on YouTube. I really appreciate each and every last one of y'all. And we family now. Cause y'all can't get rid of me now. Where I'm going? Y'all ain't gonna be able to just get rid of me that easy. Okay? We is family now. Thank y'all so much. I'm sending you guys a lot of love, a lot of hugs, a lot of kisses. And I hope that some of the things I've shared with you guys today can give someone, even if it's just one person, the strength or the motivation to keep and continuing to push on through. If you're more blessed than someone else, don't forget to always reach back and help another person. Also, grant each other grace. Grant each other grace. It's not easy out here. We all may be different. We all may have different families, but we all are alike in a lot of ways. We're all only human, and we all want to get back home to our families, and we all want to succeed in life. Each one help one, reach back and help another person. I believe that that's why I'm so blessed as well, because I'm a fantastic CNA. Marvelous. They love me and the families, everyone that I interact with, and I wouldn't have it any other way. This career is very meaningful to me. Although you experience a lot and see a lot, it's a lot of cattiness in healthcare, and it's a lot of, but I usually don't get that because I'm very positive. I come really nice, put together, looking nice, from head to toe put together, smelling good, and actually doing my job and being a team player, because you gotta be a team. It's the only way you're gonna succeed in life, is to be good to someone else, to help the next person and be there for someone else. I wish you guys so much health, strength. I pray for you all. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. And if you're catching a replay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. And don't forget to share. Have a blessed day, everyone. Your girl is about to go get situated. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to go wash this face up again and move side out. I'll be back again live later, you guys. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day, everyone.